Hi guys, this is day 17 of 90 of being shit on camera, and today I wanted to speak about how you get good at anything in your life. If you have some skill that you want to become top 1%, how do you go from not knowing anything about it and how do you reach the place of mastery? You want to be a master coder, you want to be a master pianist, you want to be a master salesman, or like myself, you want to be a master communicator, right? How do you go from being shit at it to being great at it? And the answer will be you need to embody it more. You need to embody it daily, right? It's very hard for you to think your way to becoming something great. If I give you a checklist on how to fly a plane, right? You have that information now in your mind space, you can access it, but if I put you in a cockpit, right, you will not have any confidence on doing that thing, right? You'll not look like a master. You're going to look at it and be like, maybe it's not such a great idea for me to touch these things. And then if I bring someone who's finished flight school, he will have the same information that you have, the same checklist, but his is much more connected because he went and embodied it for days. He went there and he saw other people doing it practically. He did it himself in simulators, maybe even in real planes. So then when he's put in the cockpit with the checklist, he will be much more confident into doing it carefully. Every little check, make sure that he will take the plane off. Of course, he'll be all sweaty. But then if you bring someone who has 20 years of experience, right, he'll just go, the plane, and he'll be very, very relaxed. He just want his coffee. He won't even think about getting the plane in the air, right? And the difference in all these three scenarios is how comfortable, right, how familiar they are with those actions, right? How familiar they are, how easy are they able to go through their mind space, how well their mind space has been organized by this activity of daily embodying, right? You get a pattern of clicking the right buttons, you embody it in your body, and at some point you do it even without thinking. I see a lot of people, and myself included, we make this mistake of thinking that if we just consume information like how to be a great communicator, right? I can watch Ving Gang videos, I can watch other videos, they give me a lot of information about how to open my mouth, how to move my face, how to always be smiling, right? But if I don't do this practice daily, right, I cannot bring them in my body. I cannot really advance, I cannot improve, right? The improvement is done by this daily exercise. This is what I want to get you motivated to do every time you want to learn a new skill, right? It's not about finding the best course or finding the best information, right? It's actually about you getting motivated to do that thing daily, right? I get the information, right? The better the information, okay, it's maybe more efficient, but the actual success, right, comes from being able to go there, get that information and try to embody it. You want to be a better salesman, you can have the best sales script in the world, but if you have social anxiety in the situation, you will not sell, right? And the only way to become better salesman, right, is to get on the phone, talk with people and feel uncomfortable, right? You have to go through this period of being uncomfortable, of being shit on camera, right? You do it again and again and again, and the more volume you do, the more feedback you get, and the more those terms that are not familiar to you become much more easy to grab and bring and embody correctly, right? So this is what you need to do. You need to stop consuming as much information and actually brainwash yourself into doing things that are hard, right? So thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.